What if I told you that there is a science, a methodology that requires a complete transformation of the self to understand? This science is Tantra. Tantra is not a philosophy that you can grasp with your mind. In fact, it's quite the opposite. While a philosophy can be understood intellectually, Tantra is a science that must be experienced. It's a journey that demands not just a shift, but a profound transformation within you. It's an exploration that calls for you to become entirely different from what you are right now. You see, Tantra is not an intellectual proposition. It's an experience. It's a science that you cannot understand by staying the same. It's a journey that requires you to change, to be open, to be receptive, and to be ready for the experience. And until you are, the essence of Tantra will remain elusive. This is a science that goes beyond the realm of the mind. If you know a language, if you understand concepts, you can understand philosophy. It does not require you to change, to transform. You can remain as you are and still grasp philosophy. But Tantra, that's a different ballgame altogether. Tantra is not something you can understand by remaining the same. Understanding Tantra requires a transformation, not just a shift. It requires a profound transformation. Until you become completely different, you cannot understand Tantra. Because Tantra is not an intellectual proposition, it is an experience. And until you are sensitive, ready, open to the experience, it will not come to you. So Tantra is not about understanding something intellectually, it's about experiencing something profoundly. In the realm of Tantra, questions are not answered but experienced. A question is not met with a reply, but with a method. This is the wisdom of Tantra, a philosophy that is not just a mental construct but an experience. Understanding Tantra does not come from intellectual comprehension, but from a complete transformation of being. Consider this, an interaction between Shiva and Devi, two divine figures central to Tantra. When Devi asks, "What is your truth, Shiva?" Shiva does not provide an answer. Instead, he offers a method, a technique. He suggests that if Devi follows this method, she will find the answer herself. He essentially says, "Do this, and you will know." This interaction encapsulates the essence of Tantra. It is not about knowing in the conventional sense, where you learn something, store it in your mind, and recall it when needed. No, Tantra is about becoming something, immersing yourself in an experience until you transform. Shiva proposes 112 methods in Tantra. Each method is a potential path to understanding. Some methods may not resonate with you, and that's okay. Choose one that speaks to you, one that feels right. It's about finding your path, your method among these 112. These methods can lead to miraculous experiences, or they might just be words that you hear. It all depends on you. If you feel a connection with a method, play with it for 3 days, then let it go. If it strikes a chord within you, experiment with it for 3 months. Remember, if none of these methods resonate with you, then perhaps spirituality isn't meant for you at this point in your life. But these 112 methods are for all of humanity, for all ages past and to come. It's impossible that none of these methods will work for you. Impossible. So, in Tantra, understanding comes from doing and experiencing. It's not about intellectual understanding, it's about experiential understanding. It's about finding the method that speaks to you, and then living it, becoming it. That's the wisdom of Tantra. Tantra is not a one-size-fits-all approach. It offers 112 techniques, each designed to resonate with different individuals. Each of these techniques is a key, a doorway into the realm of the spiritual. And just as each lock requires a unique key, each individual requires a unique technique. These techniques are not just abstract concepts. They are practical methods which can be applied in day-to-day life. They can be as simple as watching your breath, feeling the rhythm of your heartbeat, or witnessing the rising and setting of the sun. What's fascinating about these techniques is that they are not rigid. They are fluid, flexible, and adaptable. They encourage you to experiment, to play around, to explore. They invite you to dive deep into the ocean of your being and discover your unique rhythm, your unique melody. So how do you find the technique that's right for you? Well, it's a process of trial and error, of experimentation. You have to try a technique, immerse yourself in it, live it, and then observe. Observe how it makes you feel, how it resonates within you. If it feels right, if it creates a certain harmony within you, then that's your technique. But if it doesn't, you simply move on to the next one. And remember, there's no rush, there's no deadline. It's not a race, it's a journey. a journey of self-discovery, of self-understanding, of self-transformation. It's a journey that's unique to you, a journey that's as beautiful and as extraordinary as you are. So don't worry about finding the right technique. Just start. Start anywhere. Start now. Because the right technique is not something that you find, it's something that finds you. It's not something that you choose, it's something that chooses you. So it's about finding the technique that vibrates with you, that triggers something within you. And when you find it, when you experience it, you'll know. Because it will not just change the way you perceive the world, it will change the way you perceive yourself. Tantra is timeless. Its techniques are applicable to all of humanity throughout all ages. As we delve deeper into the world of Tantra, we come to realize that its essence transcends time and space. It is a philosophy, a way of life, that has remained relevant and applicable across centuries and civilizations. The wisdom of Tantra doesn't discriminate between the ancient and the modern, the Eastern and the Western, or the spiritual and the secular. It embraces all, offering its profound insights and transformative techniques to everyone, irrespective of their background or beliefs. Imagine for a moment a flowing river. It originates from a source, travels through different terrains, nourishes diverse ecosystems, and finally merges into the vastness of the ocean. Tantra in many ways is like that river. It originates from the profound wisdom of the ancient sages, travels through different eras, nourishes diverse minds and souls, and finally merges into the vastness of universal consciousness. Throughout this journey, Tantra adapts and evolves, catering to the unique needs and circumstances of different times and cultures. Yet, its core principles remain unchanged, timeless, and universal. It's not just a spiritual practice relegated to the hermits in the Himalayas or scholars in ancient universities. It's a practical methodology for self-realization and transformation that is as relevant to the modern-day entrepreneur, artist, or homemaker as it was to the ancient sages. Furthermore, Tantra does not propose a one-size-fits-all approach. It understands the diversity and uniqueness of human beings and offers a plethora of techniques to suit different individuals. Whether you are a thinker, a doer, a dreamer, or a lover, Tantra has a technique for you. It invites you to choose, experiment, and find the path that resonates with your unique spirit. So Tantra is a universal methodology, relevant to anyone and everyone at any time. It is a timeless river of wisdom that flows through the ages, inviting every seeker to dive in, explore its depths, and discover the ocean of consciousness within. Tantra invites you to undergo a profound transformation, to experience the sacredness of existence. It is no mere philosophy that you can comprehend by intellect alone. To truly grasp its essence, you need to change, not just superficially, but at your very core. Until you become fundamentally different, you cannot truly understand Tantra. For it is not an intellectual proposition, but an experience. And until you are sensitive, ready, and open to this experience, it won't come to you. In response to the quest for truth, the divine dance of Shiva and Shakti unfolds. Shiva doesn't answer directly, but instead proposes a method. Following this method, the answer will reveal itself. It's not about knowing, but doing and experiencing. The 112 methods proposed by Shiva are designed to accommodate all kinds of people. If one doesn't suit you, there are others to explore. Choose one that resonates with you, play with it for 3 days, then let it go. If it strikes the right chord within you, experiment with it for 3 months. These methods are an invitation to a miraculous experience, or they could just be words you listen to. It's all up to you. If none of these methods fit you, it's okay. Perhaps spirituality isn't for you. Stay happy and content. However, these 112 methods are for all of humanity, for all eras past and those to come. There hasn't been, nor will there ever be, a single person who can claim that all these methods are futile for them. It's impossible. There's something here for every kind of mind. Tantra has a method for all. So, are you ready to embark on this transformative journey with Tantra? Remember, it's not about understanding, but about experiencing.